Right, so here, I just want to share you guys today a situation that happened. So some of my colleagues here and clients are in this room get a chance to listen to what happened as well. So I had this situation where there was a fellow who I'll say the situation was negative. Basically, it was a knee-jerk reaction. And one thing about being a younger person is that we don't learn this until we get much older, all right? And I'm sure the audience would realize and value what I'm about to say here. There's a saying called youthful indiscretion. I never knew what that meant until I grew older, until I made more mistakes as I got older. So one situation happened is that one of the person that has been following me and has interacted with me, and the situation was that uh, he was doing something that was not in alignment and was not, I would say, the nicest thing. When you're at an event, somebody else's event, when you intrude, when you interrupt the speaker, it's a bad thing. And in this scenario, it happened. And I basically nicely put the person down. I didn't insult them or anything. Said, well, maybe save this for later. We'll talk this later. And that person was somewhat offended because they thought they were doing the right thing. They thought that this was in the same topic. But it's like you going to an event and trying to pitch your product and services, right? That's not kosher. I mean, you're basically hijacking somebody else's event by doing that. And with all due respect, and I told the person, say, we can share this later at a later time, and I'm okay with that. But however, because this person is a much younger gentleman, and he took it the wrong way, and I totally understand. It reminds me actually when I was much younger, I had this reaction, I call it knee-jerk reaction, and I'm sure you see politicians do the same thing, right? Something bad happens, and then they quickly have a knee-jerk reaction, and it's okay, I'm done, bye, I'm out of here. It's like, wow, what does that say about this person's character, right? To me, it's like if you had just quiet and stay and be more respectful of the speaker and everybody else around you, the audience as well, I would be more than glad to give you a few minutes of your time and my time to help you out in your scenario. But the fact is that when you drop it and just like leave, that just tells me that you are basically put it in a blunt way, spoiled brat attitude. And business people, professional people don't like to deal with those kind of character, right? We want someone who's diplomatic, be fair, take your time, and respect other people's time, right? That's the one thing that I learned too over the years, and why I burnt a lot of bridges is because my ego was not checked at the door when it came to these events, right? My ego was much higher than anything about building a relationship. And that's the one thing that, of course, when you're young, you don't see that. The older you get, you kind of realize that, yeah, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about us, right? And that's how I became more successful over the years. I ate a lot of humble pie. I sucked it up, and you know what? That has been a great success secret, actually. So here's the scenario. That same scenario. Now, if that gentleman had came back and said, just be quiet and sat down and just didn't do anything about it, and be more respectful, and say, okay, sorry, and that was it, right? That one would have been way better. And afterwards, come up to me and say, hey, I truly apologize. I didn't mean to do that way, and I got what you're saying, Sue. So what can we do, right? How can we change this? How do I make up for this? I would have been thrilled. I would have been overboard and help you, like whatever you want, right? That's the kind of person I want to work with. That's the kind of person that everybody wants to work with, right? Don't have ego. Leave it. You want business? You want long-term relationship? Throw the ego away, because that's not gonna make you money. I can guarantee that. That will make you lose a lot of money. Matter of fact, people will take advantage of your ego, and be careful about that too. I'll make another video about that on another day. So one thing that you have to realize that don't abandon ship. Don't burn the bridges. When you have a bad situation, own up to it. People who are successful see people who do that. Wow, that's cool, right? You own up to it. turn a worst negative situation into a long-term relationship that way, because they can see the character you are and they want to work with you. They can see that you have the capacity to learn, capacity to understand where you make mistakes and own up to it. We all make mistakes, right? So the fact is leaving it and saying, to hell with you, I'm out of here. That says the opposite. That means you would never own up to any mistakes. That means you never learn. That means you would not be open. You're not an abundance person. You're a scarcity mindset person. And most successful people would agree with me. We do not deal with scarcity mindset people very well. All right. We like the people to share. We like the people to be fair. All right. Have respect to everybody's time and all that. So with respect to your time, I want to end this, and hopefully the lesson you can take away is that don't have a knee-jerk reaction to when a negative situation comes up. Yes, it sucks. It's hard. But that's the same thing with answering email quickly when somebody insults you or somebody says the wrong thing in the email. Trust me on this. You reply that email today, you're going to regret it tomorrow. Why not wait until tomorrow and then answer that email? I always have a 24-hour time frame now. If somebody says something that really irks me, I leave it. I put a timer on it. I don't touch that email. Tomorrow I look at it. Most of the time it's like, yeah, not a big deal. I ignore it. And everything takes care of itself. Or I just contact the person and say, hey, I just received this email. Could you please clarify what you mean in here? I might interpret this the wrong way. 9 out of 10 times you will interpret that the wrong way. Same thing with people answering text right away, right? Somebody make a mistake, maybe texting the wrong word or whatever it is, minus a dot, use exclamation mark, it sounds totally different, right? So keep that in mind. No knee-jerk reaction. Keep calm, breathe. If you have nothing nice to say, like mama tells you, don't say it, right? If you do have something not nice to say, perhaps save it for tomorrow. Maybe you might reconsider and reword it in a more diplomatic way, right? Or ask for clarification like I usually do now. And the thing about negative situation is it's never negative. Don't end a negative situation that way. And that's why, my wife and I, for over 20 years, always went to sleep and said, no, if we get angry, we're not allowed to sleep. I don't care if it's 2, 3 in the morning, we're not sleeping until we resolve this. We do not go to sleep angry, all right? Because nothing gets resolved. Same thing with in the real world. Resolve things, don't leave things by, see you later, hell with you. Don't do that. I mean, I burnt one bridge and I regret to this day. Don't ever burn any bridges, okay? So lesson learned is this: you can turn a negative situation, because in 5, 10 years from now, when we are doing business together for that long, because we remember that situation, we'll laugh about it, right? But we realize that that's when we grew. That's it. There's nothing wrong with making a mistake, but own up to it. Okay? So take care, guys. See you at the top.
Right on.